Hello everyone and welcome back to APWC. Today we will be checking out the best films of 2023. Before we begin, I would like to highlight that this list has been curated based on the following points. 1. Exceptional entertainment value. 2. Rewatchability. 3. Box office collections. 4. Proper utilization of screenplay, actors, VFX, real world locations and casting. 5th, uniqueness in world building and storytelling. 6th, popular public opinions on YouTube, Google reviews and IMDb. And this is just my opinion and it can vary from your opinions and choices as we might have different tastes when it comes to cinema. So without wasting any time, let's begin.
Ready.
On the 10th spot, we have Iratta. Jojo George never disappoints, especially when it comes to thrillers. I'm not going to spoil this film for you guys, but the last 15 minutes of this film will haunt you even after the movie is over. It makes you sympathetic towards the protagonist and you start imagining the mental distress he's going through once he gets to the bottom of his brother's death. His twin brother, to be precise. Moving on to number 9. We have 12th Fail. I haven't seen this film and yet mentioning it in the top 10 best films of the year feels like a huge step. This is based on whatever I've heard about this film, not just from reviews, but the word of mouth received from my close friends. Also, the box office collections are evidently pointing towards the success of this film. Made on a budget of 20 crore, Viduthalai Chopra and Vikrant Masse ended up creating a sleeper hit with a lifetime collection of 64.2 crores. Also, this is a biographical adaptation of Anurag Pathak's eponymous non-fiction book, 12th Fail. Fun fact, it was released alongside Kangana Ranawat's Tejas, a movie you might not have heard of, but is being considered to be one of the biggest box office disasters of 2023. Moving on to number 8, we have Dasara. Nani has given two beautiful yet polar opposite films this year. One is Dasara and the other one is Hi Nana. Dasara's climax is a masterclass in itself. The aggression portrayed by Nani was a subtler version of what I felt while watching Rishabh Shetty's Kantara in theatres last year. Although Kantara is way superior than Dasara, but Nani's efforts to pull off this genre needs to be appreciated and celebrated. Not a lot of actors can pull off a Dasara and a Hi Nana in the same year. Moving on to number 7, we have Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. I know this might not be considered as the best film, but just look at what Sony has created. I still remember watching Into the Spider-Verse and wondered, there is no way they can top this up, but they did and left it on a cliffhanger. I'm eagerly waiting for Beyond the Spider-Verse and this time I will surely be watching it in the theatres. Moving on to number 6, we have Past Lives. I don't have enough words to justify what I felt at the end of this film. The feeling is inexplicable. It's been ages when a film so good has left me speechless at the end of the movie. The storyline isn't complex, there are no multiple character arcs, no unnecessary irrelevant plots, and in just 1 hour 46 minutes the movie becomes successful in making you contemplate and introspect life in general. I would definitely like to check out Celine Song's next film. Moving on to number 5, we have Animal. There are reasons why I have mentioned this film in this list. Like Nani, Ranbir Kapoor is one of those actors who can pull off a Tu Jhooti Main Makar and Animal in the same year. He has been giving his best since day one, but his films have barely crossed 400 to 500 crore mark. So this was RK's redemption. Made on a budget of 100 crore, Animal has earned close to 850 crores. I sat for 3 hours 21 minutes but never felt bored and was thoroughly entertained in the cinema hall. The movie has its flaws and its polarizing reviews are justified, which I have discussed in my own review as well. But what actually made me absolutely certain was SRV's guts, his confidence, and his vision. Many people might have a problem with that and not with the film in its entirety. But I guess not a lot of filmmakers have balls like SRV. It's how Shan said in his review.
कि इस पिक्चर को बनाने के लिए तांबे के टट्टे चाहिए, तांबे के टट्टे.
Kudos to SRV and RK to pull off something like this. I am eagerly waiting for the extended cut of 3 hours 49 minutes. On number 4, we have Viduthalai Part 1. Vetrimaran is known for his raw, gritty and real life-like portrayal of events and characters in his film. Viduthalai Part 1 is no stranger to this, but there is a cinematic feat that Vetri has achieved with the opening 8-minute single shot scene. Recently he spoke about it in the film companion director's Adda, and it was fascinating to understand the mindset and ideology behind the shot. Also, the way they have executed this shot seems unarguably real. The narrative of this film is gripping, and it did occasionally remind me of Vetri's previous films like Vada Chennai, Visarnai and Asuran. But I guess that's Vetri's filmmaking style. I'm a tad bit excited to see what he has cooked in part 2. On number 3, we have Sirf Ek Banda Kafi Hai. Manoj Bajpayee is one of the finest actors that the Indian cinema has gifted to the world. This movie solely rests on his shoulder and he carries it throughout the runtime of this film. His monologue at the end should itself receive an Oscar nominee for Best Actor. This man is hands down a legend when it comes to acting. If you haven't watched this film, at least make it a point to watch the last monologue. You won't regret. Also, it has real world connections and is based on real life incidents. So do check it out. It is available on ZEE5. On number 2, we have Oppenheimer. This might be Christopher Nolan's easiest film to watch and didn't feel like a boring film even though there were only dialogues and heavy monologues amongst the characters. One of the best experiences I had in the theaters this year, and this wasn't even an action film. The casting of this film will go down in history as one of the finest castings ever made for a biopic. Cillian Murphy is J. Robert Oppenheimer, for me. Moreover, the cinematography by Hoyt van Hoytema and Ludwig Göransson's background score requires a separate video to appreciate what they have created on screen. Christopher Nolan is the GOAT of filmmaking for a reason, and Oppenheimer is a solid proof of that. I wish to see it in 70mm IMAX screen someday just to experience the scale in which Nolan created this film. Before we take a look at the number 1 spot for the best film of 2023, let's have the honorable mentions. On number 1 spot, we have 2018. A Malayalam movie made on a budget of 26 crores ended up earning 200 crores worldwide, and that itself is a justification for how good this film is. Jude Anthony Joseph, take a bow, my friend, as you have created an exceptional film that not only shows the plight of Kerala during the 2018 floods, but also proves that everyone is indeed a hero. People during crisis situation forgot everything and got united for one cause, and that is saving human lives. This movie is gold standard response for people who say that Indian films lack in VFX and CGI. Whatever these people have achieved in 26 crore by maximizing real location shoots, real water and color grading cannot be achieved by big budget films who are spending 300-500 crore plus for their films. Malayalam cinema by default has phenomenal writing and they have cemented their position with some exceptional films in recent times. But this is the first time I saw them attempting something unusual, and that too on this scale. Kudos not only to the director and producers but also the actors who shot in real locations during the cold nights in waist deep water. Their hard work and dedication has definitely led to the massive success of this film. It makes me proud to say that 2018 is India's official submission for the Academy Awards in the Best International Feature Film category. Thanks for watching this video, guys. Kindly mention your picks for the best film of 2023, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Till then,
bye bye, tata, goodbye.